Hello everyone, welcome back to our Algebra 2 class. Today we are going to continue our conversation about our last unit, trigonometry function. Today we are going to introduce a new topic related to this function, which is called unit circle. So the very first thing you probably know is circle. We all know how they look like. But when we talk about unit circle, probably you're going to have a lot of questions regarding what is unit circle? Why do we introduce this one in this unit? How does it relate to the trigonometry function, or even the topic we introduced before about the angle? Is that related to angle too? So a lot of questions around this. Let's answer this question one by one. The very first thing we are going to discuss is the definition for unit circle. Very similar to the angle we introduced before. In this unit, angle actually we draw on the coordinate plane and we call the standard position of the angle. So similar to the angle, we also draw the circle on the coordinate plane, and we do have a specific position for the center. So the center of the circle is 0, 0, which is located on the origin. And also the radius is 1. This is why we call unit circle, because we define the radius as 1. And also one thing we need to understand is equation of the unit circle. So equation of the unit circle, imagine this is a random point on the circle. And this coordinate must, fit for this equation. So equation is x squared plus y squared equal to 1. This is the equation of the unit circle. And please keep in mind for this equation, because we are going to use this one to do a lot of setup and also when we introduce the angle coordinates, you will see why do we mention this is important. Okay, so this is the first part. We already introduced how the unit circle looks like. They have several features to make this circle as unit circle. Second is going to be very important part. We are going to link to the unit circle to the angles we introduced before. The very first thing, let's just label some important coordinates on this unit circle. As we mentioned, the center is 0, 0, the radius is 1. So when we draw the circle, the edge of the circle intercept the x-axis, y-axis at 4 points. First point, as you can see on the x-axis, this is 1, 0. The negative side is negative 1, 0. And then 0, 1 on the y-axis. On the opposite side is 0, negative 1. Why do we mention these 4 points here? Okay, now we are going to talk about the angle. Remember, angle, we always have initial rate, which is always start with positive side of x-axis. And then I can just, keep rotating another ray, which is called terminal ray. And depends on where terminal ray, for example, I gave random one, I can just keep rotating this terminal ray. And I can just, keep drawing this angle. However, whenever I draw an angle, terminal ray will intersect unit circle at a point. So this coordinate can tell us the position of the angle. For example, let me use a different color. I'm going to rotate until it touches to this one, and we know that this is a 90-degree angle, right? And so 90-degree angle, that means the coordinates of the 90-degree angle is actually 0, 1 in the unit circle. And also do not forget we can always convert it to radian, which is pi over 2 radian. So this is, this angle, the coordinates is 0, 1. Follow this idea. If I continue rotating, then this one is going to be 180 degree, right? And I can just continue. This one will be 270 degree. And let me go over this until I go back to a whole circle. This is going to be 360 degree. And also we consider this is also where do we start? 0 degree. All right, so 0 degree and 360 degree is come back to the same, because after you go the circle, whole circle, of course you'll go back to where you started. So that's, special angles here. So, 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. This is very obvious angles on the unit circle, and we can associate the coordinate to this angle. However, situation is we're going to have some, random angles here. And the question is there any special angle we can also define its coordinates x and y? Can we find x and y for like some random angle to define that coordinates? And for some special angles, yes, we can. And we are going to introduce these angles in this lesson. And some student might say, why we still talk about angles? You keep, saying about trigonometry function, and why we still, focus on angles. So trigonometry function is actually we use angle to define a function. So that's why we're going to spend some time, some topics on, some lessons on this part until fully ready, and then we can just easily to introduce what is a trigonometry function. Okay, so in the next video, we actually gonna use a unit circle to help us figure out what are the coordinates from some special angles. And so, and also, please do not forget the unit circle, the equation I mentioned before, because later when we start talking about those special angles, that will be the tool we are going to use. Okay, see you soon everyone in the second video for those special angles, and thank you so much for watching this video. See you soon everyone.